Hi, welcome. Come on into our kitchen. Alright guys, today we're going to fix easy hard-boiled eggs. I'm going to show you how to do 6. If you need to do a dozen, you're going to double the recipe. Alright, first you want to get out what you're going to use for your weapons. We're going to use this pot, 6 eggs, and we're going to put some salt in the water. It kind of helps with the shells when you go to peel them later. Alright, first thing you want to do is get a proper sized pot. Don't use a pot that's too big because you're going to be boiling unnecessary water. So get 6 eggs. Now here's a little pro tip. If I'm fixing 6 deviled eggs, I'm going to put me an extra egg in there to use to put in the filling. Alright guys, you're going to put just a little bit of salt in the water. Just kind of help with the shells when we go to peel them later. Alright, now we got the lid on. Going to come over to the stove. We're going to turn it on about 8. And we're going to let it come up, and it's probably going to take 4 minutes to come to a boil. 4 to 5 minutes, I would say.
What do you have your temperature on?
I've got my temperature right now set on about 8. But when it starts boiling, I'm going to adjust that because I don't want a super hard boil. I want to get them to a gentle boil and boil them 13 minutes. I'm very picky with my eggs. As soon as it starts boiling, 13 minutes. And I'll show you that once it comes up to a boil. Alright guys, look down here. What I was talking about earlier, you want to utilize your space so you're not wasting a lot of effort. My wife, the genius, was boiling 3 eggs in a huge pot like this, so it looks similar to this right here. So you're just wasting a lot of space, water, and energy with a huge pot to boil 2 or 3 eggs. So make sure that you use a pan. Ain't that right, genius? That's good.
Yes, I'm the genius. We got a good laugh out of it, though.
Idiot.
You don't forget the egg carton.
Just film.
I get the film today. Or now.
Alright guys, come on in close. Our eggs are just starting to boil. We've got a catastrophe there. That gentleman has popped open. I think we can still salvage them because he was going to be for our extra filling for some deviled eggs. I'll talk about that later. These are going to be, I like to fix 12 eggs most of the time. I like to eat hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. You can fix a dozen at a time, and you can store them in the fridge for like 3 days, and that way you've got a nice, quick, easy breakfast.
Do we need to set the timer, genius?
Oh, shoot. Edit that out.
No.
Alright. So as soon as they're boiling, let's boil them. I'm going to put it on 12 because I'm an idiot and forgot to hit the timer. So we're going to leave them like this, boiling for about 12 more minutes now since I forgot. And that guy, I'm still thinking we can salvage him, but maybe not. We'll look in 12 minutes. Alright guys, we have about 8 minutes left, but for your entertainment purposes, and that's it. Not sure we're gonna salvage that one egg. He is looking mangled. Shut up, idiot.
It's egg drop soup.
I'm gonna drop egg soup on you. Our eggs are down. Final countdown, 10 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. Now, expert tip, before you remove this from the stove eye, go ahead and turn it off. I'm notorious for forgetting to turn off the stove eye, so I started turning it off, then taking my product off.
Very good.
So let's go to the sink. Now these are going to be boiling hot, obviously. I'll rinse them with cool water. I think we can still use that egg as the filler later for my deviled eggs like I was telling you about. So we're gonna let these sit in cold water for maybe like a minute or so. I don't want them to get very cold because when I peel these eggs,
Say that again.
I don't want these to get, what did I say?
When you peel these eggs.
When my assistant,
No.
sous chef, peels these eggs.
I hate peeling eggs.
Anyway.
Carry on.
So honestly, I think they're good to peel now. I'm going to go ahead and show you. So you'll take your egg, and a lot of people are careful with peeling eggs. I take them and just bash them, and I roll the entire egg. And then honestly, I mean, they peel pretty easy at that point. I mean, the egg's a little warm. It's not going to burn your hands. I'm going to go ahead and show you another one. But everybody complains about peeling eggs, like my wife. But they're not that bad if you do them in this process. But putting the salt in the water when you boil it helps the peeling process. Beating them against the sink and totally pulverizing the shell also helps with the process. But I mean, we're not struggling here. It's not taking very long. And I mean, it's not hard like a lot of people like to make it out to be. And like I said, if you leave the eggs just a little bit warm, like these are not hot whatsoever, they're going to peel way easier. And what I do is I peel them, I throw my shells in the sink, because I can clean those up in a minute.
You heard that right. He said he would clean that up.
I'm domesticated, folks. So anyway, we'll peel all the eggs. And if you're going to eat these as breakfast for the next couple of days, I'll throw them back in my water, and then I'll do a final rinse. And you can put them in a little sandwich bag with just a little bit of water for moisture in there. And you can get, 2 to 3 days. And then you've got a cheap breakfast. If you go somewhere and buy like 2 hard-boiled eggs, it's going to cost you, I think they're like $1.50 for 2 halves or something. Like it's kind of ridiculous for hard-boiled eggs if you're going to go buy them somewhere. And I'm a cheapskate. Anybody that knows me in real life knows I'm kind of a cheapskate. Now this is that pulverized egg, guys. And it is a struggle to get this bad boy. Struggle. And like I said, he's going to be giving his life to the cause when we make deviled eggs.
Which will be in the next video.
Click the link below, guys, and you'll see. Honestly, I'm going to say it's probably the best deviled eggs you'll ever eat. I think they're delicious. Oh, guys, we are not doing well with this one. I have to get my wife to edit this out. She's laughing. Oh, that's terrible. You did a terrible job.
What happened to him?
My God. He did terrible.
Can't believe after all the yellow that came out, there's any yellow left.
Alright guys, we got oh, he's a mess. Awful. But we got all the shells off him. So now we're coming back, and this is what I do to make sure 100% that you're not going to have any shells on your eggs. I come back Get them back out of the water. Re-rinse them. And your hands are going to be clean. Don't cook with dirty hands because it's gross. Alright, and what you'll do, guys, if you're going to put them in the fridge for breakfast, you get you a sandwich bag. You'll put, if you're going to pack them for lunch, put 2 in a bag, put 2 in another bag, like that, and you'll just reach in the fridge and grab them. But, you know, make sure you put them in with a little bit of water on them. Keep a little moisture in there. And that's breakfast for 3 days in the car. And yes, I'm a cheapskate. Yep.
Look, girls, he's actually cleaning out the sink.